Have you ever discovered a secret that made you question everything around you? I live in a quiet suburb, the kind where everyone waves when they pass you on the sidewalk, but mostly keeps to themselves. We have block parties in the summer. Our mailboxes are painted bright colors, and nothing exciting ever really happens. That changed one rainy Thursday afternoon when I received a package I never ordered. The package was sitting on my doorstep, soaked slightly from the drizzle despite being under the awning. There was no return address, no shipping label from Amazon or FedEx, just a plain brown box with my name and address written in thick black marker. I assumed it was a gift. Maybe someone from work? My birthday wasn't for another 3 months, though. Weird. I brought it inside, peeled off my wet jacket, and set the box on the kitchen table. I stared at it for a few minutes, unsure why it unsettled me so much. It wasn't heavy. Whatever was inside didn't move when I tilted it. Eventually, curiosity won. Inside was an old wooden box with a metal latch, almost like a jewelry box, but more rugged. It was locked. No key. Also inside the package, a note. It read, in neat cursive, "You're not supposed to have this, but if it's reached you, then I failed. Keep it hidden. Don't open it until you have no other choice. E." I must have read it a dozen times. My first thought? It was a prank. Some elaborate mystery game someone was playing. But there was no logo, no branding, and no one I knew was this subtle. I tried shaking the wooden box. Nothing. It didn't rattle. I checked for hidden compartments or false bottoms. Nada. Then I made the first of many questionable decisions. I tucked the box into a drawer in my study and told myself to forget about it. Over the next week, weird things started happening. First, the mail stopped coming. Not all of it, just anything addressed to me. My wife's mail arrived, so did the junk flyers. But my credit card bill? Missing. A birthday card from my sister? Gone. A book I'd ordered? Lost in transit. Then the phone calls started. Unknown numbers. Long pauses before someone hung up. One night I picked up and heard a voice say, "Do you still have it?" before they disconnected. I wanted to ignore it, pretend it was coincidence or a scam. But one morning I found my study drawer open. I never leave it open. The box was still there, but someone had moved it. I could tell because I'd put a sticky note underneath it, like a trap. The note was crumpled to the side. I asked my wife if she touched it. She hadn't even known about it. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to the police. They were polite, but not helpful. Probably a prank, they said. Maybe identity theft. File a report. Change your passwords. But when I got home, there was a man parked across the street in a nondescript silver sedan. He stayed there for hours. That night, I dreamt of the box. In my dream, it was open, and inside was a small silver key and a note with my father's handwriting. He died when I was 10. When I woke up, I couldn't shake the feeling. So I did what the note said not to do. I tried to open it. I spent the whole day online researching vintage box locks, picked up a lockpick set from a hardware store, watched a dozen YouTube tutorials. After 3 hours of frustration, it clicked. Inside, wrapped in velvet, was a photograph, black and white, of my father, standing next to a man I'd never seen before. Behind them, a military helicopter. Under the photo was a cassette tape. I had to dig my old Walkman out of a storage box in the garage. The tape started with static, then my dad's voice. "If you're listening to this, it means they found me. Or they're about to. This box was never supposed to surface, but if it has, you need to be careful. There are things I was part of, things I swore to take to the grave. This man, Elias, he betrayed all of us, and he's looking for the proof you now hold." I paused the tape. I was sweating. I restarted it. "Don't trust anyone who asks about the box. Not the police. Not anyone who says they're checking in. Burn this after you listen, and tell no one, not even your mother." I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, the man in the silver sedan was gone, but someone had left an envelope under my doormat. Inside was a single printed photo, me, taking the box out of the drawer. On the back, "We're watching." That's when I packed a bag and drove to my uncle's cabin in Vermont. No cell service, no neighbors. I spent 3 days there, replaying the tape, looking at the photo of my dad, trying to figure out what the hell any of this meant. And then I noticed something strange about the picture. Behind my father and the unknown man, there was a third person, barely visible. But he looked just like me, not similar, identical. I started digging through old family records, birth certificates, military records, anything. And I found it. My dad had a twin brother, born 7 minutes apart, but his brother died in a classified accident overseas. No details, just a date and the word deceased. Except he didn't die. The man in the photo with my father? Elias. His twin, my uncle. I don't know who's listening, or who's looking for me now, but I know this. My father tried to protect me from something big, something dangerous, and whatever Elias is after, whatever secret they buried, it's in that photo. I'm going to find out what happened, but I have to do it alone. If you find this, if you're reading it, I hope you never get a box like mine, because once you do, your life will never be the same again.